Hey guys, welcome back to the Simply Knives YouTube channel. Today we got a Hilberg textured Shamwari. I wanted to do this review video mostly because, I'm not gonna lie. So this is completely a stolen design from Gareth Bull, who's the creator of the Shamwari. And they do have a production version made with WE knives. And then there are the two kind of like fake Shamwaris that are out. There's SMKE, which is a store on AliExpress. And then there's Hilberg knives, which I think they have their own site. But I was always really curious about it. I'm, not condoning the theft of intellectual property. But I was, even though I know you shouldn't do this. But, I was super curious anyways. And someone was selling one on Knife Swap, so I figured I'd go ahead and check it out. So, and there was not a single review video that I could actually find of the different Hilberg knives. There's the Hilberg Norseman as well. Maybe they're just not recommended. I'm not sure, but I was always super curious about it, and I want to know what it's like. So maybe you guys do too. So this is the Hilberg Shamwari with the textured titanium scales and blue anodized accents. It does have M390 steel front flipper. Pretty, it has really good action. Here's a look at that blade. Just a nice drop point. It's interesting that the grind lines go horizontal on this. And then here's the other side. M390 steel. Yeah. So basically kind of the story with Hilberg knives. They do clones and fakes, but the stuff they do is very high quality. But yeah, let's just go ahead and talk about this knife. I do have to say that the absolute worst thing about this knife is this stupid pocket clip. I hate how tall it is. I guess it looks good. Maybe it's not that bad. It does look good. But I think it's really tall, and with this textured material, it really snags your pants a ton. So that's probably, a part of this knife that's not so great. Talking about the action, yeah, it's really good. Pretty smooth. You can get it to fall shut, and I'm pretty sure that's sort of uniform across the Hilberg knives. You can open it. Oh, I just hit my thing. You can't open it with that weird reach around method. I'm just not good at it, so I'm not gonna do that anymore. Pretty easy to deploy both left and right-handed. Although I will say, this knife, well, it looks like it has lockup maybe around 10, 15, 20%. It might be more some other times. Let's flip it out harder. Yeah, it's a 20% lockup probably. Yeah, it's smooth. It has good action. You can do the reach around if you're more experienced with that. The pocket clip is really convenient for if you're holding it like this and front flipping. It does make that super easy. So honestly, I'm assuming that's part of the design. It doesn't go to the other side. It's only one-sided. I love the look of these accents on it. The texturing of the accents, it looks really, really good. I personally would prefer the non-textured version, mostly because of how much grip there is between the pocket clip and the actual scales themselves. I've had this and flipped it a ton and not adjusted the pivot at all. The previous owner did put blue Loctite in there. But, yeah, it's still perfectly centered and there's no blade play at all. So that's pretty good. It has an M390 blade steel. Yeah, look, me messing up again when I'm trying that. I am told, or at least from what I've seen, that Hilberg is true to what they say they use on their knives. Normally I talk about the aesthetics of a knife, but So the Shamwari design by Gareth Bull, I think, is really, really beautiful. And so yeah, it's definitely a beautiful knife. I can't credit any of that to Hilberg, because they're just a clone company, I suppose. But the aesthetics of this are super nice. The price, I believe, like the original like custom Gareth Bull knives, they're all like over $1,000. The production version, so I never looked at any of these knives new, but I know the resale value. The Wii production version of the Shamwari runs like $300 to $350 from what I've seen. This Hilberg version runs around $150 to $200. Although I've seen it recently on the knife swap for about like $120. And then the SMKE is usually just like same range as this, but about like $30 less. But yeah, I mean, just wanted to make this video for you guys to show you what a Hilberg Shamwari is like. It does have good action. Of course, the aesthetics are there. They make a very, very high quality clone, but it is a clone, of course, so they don't get any of the credit for that. In general, the pocket clip is just really high, so that's not great. And then we'll talk about the ergonomics. It is a nice overall handle feel. This actually doesn't really create any hot spots, which I figured it would. And if you held it this way, it's not too uncomfortable. It's not the greatest. One, I guess, flaw of this specific Shamwari, though, is that when you're closing it, there is lock stick. I guess they didn't use a... Did they use an insert in there? I can't really tell. Let me look at my real eyes real quick. No, there's no sort of hardened steel insert on there. So there is lock stick, but it's kind of minimal. It's not really too bad. So yeah, guys, that is the Hilberg Shamwari. Of course it looks good because it's a Shamwari. Yeah, they look awesome. But it's fake, guys. Or Hilberg makes fakes, although the fakes they make are very high quality. Overall impressions, I mean, this as a knife itself is very good. Titanium frame lock, front flipper with the Gareth Bull design. So yeah, the overall actual like knife just for itself, it's really good. But of course, cannot condone, oh gosh, cannot condone clones and such. But yeah. So there you guys go. Those are my overall impressions. As a knife itself, with like none of the fact that it's a clone, like this is just a good knife. And negatives, the pocket clip and the lock stick. Positives, materials used, action, and overall fit and finish are all very, very good on this thing. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and throw in a like and subscribe. That would be awesome. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers. I think we're like 39 away, maybe? Not that I'm counting or anything. But anyways, guys, I hope you have a good rest of the day. Peace.